Hello and good morning, Thailand. I'm Jay. This is Tim Newton. But first, this is our special guest for today, Natty Warisa.
Hello. I'm
Yes.
just doing your hellos.
You get a special mention today because you're our special guest.
Thank you.
We're used to Tim being here. But sorry, apologies for starting a little later than usual because someone showed up to the studio a little late.
I just got off a plane.
He did.
Fresh off the boat.
He came here. He flew here just for the episode. He did it for the viewers, the team.
Did it for you guys.
Right.
Sorry I'm late. It's all my fault, and they did their best to get to you on time, but it's all my fault.
No, it's all good. We're glad you're here, Tim. Thank you to all the viewers for being patient, and a special thanks to Dan Moyson and Billy Cost. Thank you for being Tiger Legends and supporting the channel, as well as to Coffee Culture. Thank you, Coffee Culture, for providing us these beautiful mugs. Still limited. There's still a few left, so grab them while you can. Type in the code Tiger or click in the link in the description below to get a 10% discount.
I've been punished. I just get a glass of water this morning.
Yes, that's what you get for coming in late. No coffee for you.
Special Coffee Culture water.
Right. All right, let's get into our first topic today. Thailand Pass.
Ah, yes.
Guys, so this has been dominated for obvious reasons. Since November 1, the country has reopened. We are now in the thick of it, and we've got a little bit of statistics for you. Sorry for the stutter. And we also have updates on how it's been performing. Natty, initial thoughts. What do you think about the Thailand Pass? So you might be aware that they had the COE before. It's been scrapped. Now we have this QR code that you're supposed to get. It's supposed to make everything better. What do you think about the reopening? What do you think about the Thailand Pass?
Well, what do I think about the reopening first, maybe? I kind of agree with the government that Thailand should reopen because we are quite heavy on tourism. So the lack of tourism has really tanked our economy. So good attempt. I mean, thank you for opening up the country. However, the Thailand Pass does seem to have quite a few glitches, right? And that's something to be seen. Hopefully they can get it under control within this week or the very, very near future. Yeah, that's how I think.
Tim?
It looks like the Thailand Pass, people have either been able to get it very easily or it's just been a disaster for them. There's not much in the middle.
Yes.
So we've got a lot of feedback from a lot of different sources over the weekend. You've got some numbers too.
That's right.
And a poll. But
and a poll.
Whoa.
Yeah. Right, let's start with the poll. We did a poll over the weekend and we said, hi Tigers, this poll is only for people who have actually applied for a Thailand Pass. Please respond with one of the following and throw in some comments below as well. So we asked you about your opinions about how you felt regarding the Thailand Pass. 59% of you said, not even going to try at this stage, sounds like a hassle. Which seems reasonable. If you're a person just hearing about the Thailand Pass and the issues it might have, I would probably be the one just like you, not even bothering with it. 16%, that's our second most frequent answer, which said, I uploaded all the information but haven't been approved yet. A lot of people, it takes around 1 week to get approved. 14% of you said it was reasonably easy and I have received my QR code. That's a fairly decent number. And what I was actually shocked to see was 6% of you said, I tried but have given up, wait until they get it fixed. And 5% said, I had trouble uploading the info, still having problems. Now, if you even add those numbers up, that's only, 11% of people who actually had problems with it.
Yeah, and I mean, we did put a choice at the bottom there. I'm not even going to bother at the moment. Obviously, there's a lot of people out there that aren't even planning to come to Thailand. Yeah. So it's really the 4 top answers we should be looking at.
Yes.
But it seems most people have been able to get their Thailand Pass.
Yep.
We don't have to bother, Natty. We're here already.
Yeah, we're the lucky ones.
It's easy.
Right, I've also got some...
But why is Natty here?
Why is Natty here?
I mean, we are going to have a different guest each day.
That's right.
We just didn't bring Natty in today because...
Oh, that's right.
We just thought Natty is going to sort of be our Monday girl.
That's right.
Oh, am I? Okay,
Monday
awesome. I
The
just
barrel
knew that.
girl.
What's a barrel girl?
What is that? Yeah.
Really?
I have no idea what a
I
barrel
think
girl.
I've dated myself. A barrel, in the old days of television, like 30, 40, 50 years ago, there used to be this sort of these Tonight shows, and there was always a segment, probably in Australia only, where they'd have a competition and all the entries would go into the barrel.
Okay.
You're thinking to yourself, it's one of Tim's tales.
Yeah, Tim's stories with Tim time. Yeah.
And they always used to have, it was very sexist, a pretty lady come out who was the barrel girl who would spin the barrel and draw out the winner.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So
Well, as long as she's pretty, then I'm fine to be the barrel girl.
it's sort of, it's probably an insult, but not intended as such.
Okay.
Right.
Rather,
We have a
you
different
than
definition.
Jay.
Yeah. Nobody wants me as a barrel girl. Right. Let me give you some statistics. Okay. Let's talk statistics. Here's a graphic here showing you regarding the Thailand Pass's success rate and how often people have gotten what they applied for. 92,240 people have applied for the Thailand Pass, and 50,231 people have been approved.
Okay.
And from those numbers, 16,798 of them have been automatically approved. So if you consider the numbers actually are going up on a day-to-day basis. Now, it's only been 7 days, right? We are on 8th November. However, I was actually not aware that they had automatic approvals as well.
So if you got all your paperwork right,
Yes.
bang, bang, bang.
That's right. Depending on where you come from, certain countries have different infrastructures. So if your country has a PKI, which is a public key infrastructure, it allows the Thailand government to access your vaccination information a lot more easier and faster, therefore having the ability to automatically and approving your application a lot quicker than other people.
Well, there goes privacy.
Yeah.
How would you feel, Natty, if somebody was able to share your vaccine information?
Vaccine information? Well, there's not much to, I don't know, like, it's not great, obviously, to be, exposed that way, but just vaccine information, maybe not such a big deal. But yeah, I would say that's not good.
What about if they got your credit card details?
Oh, they can have my bank account. I have nothing in there.
It's just a sad number in there. The feeling's mutual. All right.
3, ditto.
I've got some. They've also tried to fix some of the bugs regarding the Thailand Pass. So I do have some good news for the people who have been facing some problems. Kun Thanakorn, who belongs to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, has come out and been working with the Digital Government Development Agency, the DDC. Sounds like a cool name.
I can't even believe they have one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true, actually. Well, anyways, the DDC has tried to improve the system. Natty, firstly, I'll give you some examples, Natty and Tim. The drop-down list of hotels affiliated with the hospitals where they can have their tests will see information passed forwards and reduce the onus on travelers to reportedly present documents proving their present COVID status, which means that it will reduce the amount of times you'll have to keep on presenting your COVID status, like I'm fully vaccinated, I'm not COVID positive. So they will basically be able to share information with your hotels and the hospitals a lot faster. Number 2, efforts are also being made to add more countries to the current list of 30 that have supplied PKIs to enable authorities to validate their vaccine certificates, which means that more countries will have the PKI, which means that Thailand will have easier access to your vaccinations, therefore be able to approve your Thailand Pass a lot quicker.
There are a lot of people out there who are just wincing at a lot of this, going, what? Access to all that information, all that private information?
What about freedom?
Yes.
What about my rights?
Go on.
I don't know what that voice is. Anyways, verification of vaccine documents will now take no longer than 3 days compared to the previous 7. So good news for those people who had to wait for a week. Sorry for the ones who've already waited for a week, but hey, that's
It's
how
the
we roll
early
here.
days.
Yes. Number 4, certain delays for people not receiving QR codes has to do with different areas of the relevant departments not being linked, and they will now start to have better coordination. So when you apply, the information from the hospital to the government to your hotel, everyone will now start talking to each other. Therefore, your application process will be faster. So they
I'm
say.
sorry. That's just not going to happen. Because they've been talking about linking things like the immigration department with the Department of Transport.
Yes.
So if you're an immigrant or an expat and you had a traffic fine, that they'd be able to track you. They've never been able to link the databases. So the fact that they're saying they can just do this magically in 7 days, I don't believe it.
Right.
But good luck if they do.
Yeah. Natty, what do you think about all of this? They have been facing a lot of problems, but like anything in Thailand, we always have a few bumps, a little pushes and shoves here and there before things start to run smoothly. What do you think about this whole process?
Well, kind of like what Tim says, yeah, it would be great if everything could be kind of work in symbiosis, I guess. But
Symbiosis.
yes, well, the attempt is clear. I mean, like, our intentions of wanting to bring tourists back is clear. So, I mean, that's a good sign. And hopefully, keeping our fingers crossed, things will happen accordingly.
Okay, all right.
Can I read out a message from Monchai?
Yes, sir, you may.
Monchai is part of Team Natty.
Yay! Hi, Monchai.
Whatever that is. No offence, Tim and Jay. Natty should sit in Monday through Friday.
Oof, Monchai.
That is guaranteed.
Don't take away my day job.
We can't afford her more than 1 day a week.
Right. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, no. But once we come back from the break, not only will you get more of Natty, but we'll also start talking about party areas all you fun-loving Thailand people love to talk about. We're going to be talking about the Khao San Road, which is in Bangkok. We're also going to be talking about Patong Road. Tim's got another...
I'm not going to read that one.
There are some strange comments in our comments section. I would like to urge you, we do read all of these comments, so please be kind. Anyways, we'll be back right after this. Hello and welcome back to Good Morning Thailand. I'm Jay, this is Tim, and our special guest for today
Not
is
that special.
Natty.
Hello.
Oh, she supports peace. We're all part of the Peace Corps. Like we said, we are trying something new on Good Morning Thailand. So for those of you who are surprised to see Natty here, Natty is going to hopefully join us every Monday. She's going to be a special guest, as well as we're going to have different guests every day of the week, so that you can be excited to see new views and new opinions. Yay! GMT, moving forward. Together.
Get on with it.
Getting on with it. Let's talk about Khao San Road. Now, a lot of you might be aware that Khao San Road, one of the most popular party areas in Bangkok. I feel like it's my personal little Phuket in Bangkok, where, people there are dressed a lot more chill. It's a lot more open. You're drinking beers and cocktails out of buckets. Khao San Road is a place to be.
Natty, would it be right to describe it as in the past anyway, as a backpacker's haven?
I would say so, sure. Yes, there were a lot of backpackers there, and the locals who lived there basically just were there to accommodate those people. So yeah, it's much more very touristy.
That's right. Now with the reopening, Khao San Road is starting to pick up traffic. Here's a quick look at this video right here.
Are we talking over this?
We can talk over this, yes.
Because I was a bit surprised how many people were out. What am I looking at?
Are we muted, Jason? Okay.
Oh, we're still talking.
We're still talking.
So I was surprised how many people were out and about.
Okay.
It was like really busy. This is from Saturday night, and thanks to whoever shot the clip. I hope we've credited them. But I was really surprised, and a lot of people, I'm sorry to say, a lot of foreigners weren't wearing masks.
Oh no.
But the problem is that that's not going to help the situation. It's going to give Thai people a bad opinion of foreigners again, not wearing masks. I mean, if you're here, for heaven's sake, just wear a mask if you're out in public. You may not like it, but it's just the law at the moment. So I was quite surprised to see this footage. What do you guys think?
Well, they say that in every era, in every generation, you have to go through some kind of hardships, right? And if the COVID-19 pandemic is the hardest thing that this era is going through, and the only thing that we have to do is wear masks, I also say just wear your mask. It's not that hard. And you can always take it off when you're eating and drinking and having fun, so...
I think we need to be very careful of being hypocrites or judge them as well, because it's okay to walk around with a mask everywhere. Everyone's wearing a mask. You enter a lift, but for some reason, you walk into a restaurant. There's 200 people. There's no social distancing. Everyone is sitting next to each other, and everybody takes a mask off. And inside a restaurant, it's completely safe. But when you're out on the street, everyone wears a mask, and we judge them. Should they be wearing a mask? Yes, it's the law. It's the right thing to do. Do people wear masks? No.
Well, most of the time they do.
When they're out and about. But why is it okay to not wear a mask in a restaurant full of 200 people?
Okay, well, all I'd say is that if any of these foreigners or the Thai people who weren't wearing a mask in that video clip
Yes.
get picked up by the police
Yes.
and fined, I have zero sympathy for them because you may think it's your choice, but at the end of the day, it is the law currently in Thailand. So
Yes.
I'd have zero sympathy.
Yeah, as by the law, we would always promote
Especially
mask wearing.
If somebody's got a video camera walking towards you, blah, 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 put it back on.
Yeah. You never know. Snitches, people, snitches. All right, driving down Patong Road. You were driving down Patong Road this weekend.
Yes, I thought just in contrast, because I saw that clip
Yes.
of Khao San Road, and it was, Khao San Road?
Khao San.
Khao San Road. And I thought, well, wow, that's busy. So let's go for a drive down one of the busiest streets in Phuket, which is Tawi Wong Road, which is the beach road along the front of Patong Beach. I thought, that's a good litmus test to how busy Thailand is at the moment. And I was a little bit disappointed. It wasn't quite as busy as I thought it would be. As you can see from the footage, there's still plenty of people around. Not many car park spots, which is a good sign, but there weren't terribly many people. But some more of the shops along the street were certainly open at the moment. So there was my little litmus test drive. How about around Bangkok on the weekend, Natty? Have you sort of noticed a little bit busier than usual?
It's extremely busy now. Like when I go to malls, like let's say Emporium, M Quartier, all the restaurants are filled up. People are just shopping as per normal. It almost seems like the pandemic is not even here anymore, except that people are wearing masks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's almost back to normal.
But I think Natty would also have a better outlook on Bangkok, because during the pandemic, you've always been in Bangkok. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So I guess you've really seen the change. Like, have you seen a sudden change? Like November 1, there was a full reopening. Well, not full, proper, more of a reopening. Have you noticed Bangkok really changing in these last 7 days?
Oh, wow. Yes, for sure. Actually, I would say it started really changing about 2 weeks ago when the curfew was relaxed a little bit more, and people were just out and about. Traffic jams were back to normal. It started congesting ever since like 4 p.m.
Traffic jams!
Normality!
So that was good. I mean, I take that as a good sign. Economy is sort of clawing back.
Okay, that's cool.
Juan Carlos
Yes.
has one major milestone that must be met before he considers things in any way back to normal. He says, any updates on when the girls will leave Isan and come back to the bars?
Oh boy.
Oh, Juan Carlos.
So clearly it's very clear
Yeah, Juan Carlos.
from Juan Carlos what's important to him as a measure of Thailand getting back to normal. I suppose the answer to the question is when the demand is there.
I guess, right. Well, talking about party areas and tourism spots, Pattaya, our next story takes us to Pattaya, where we're going to be talking about a man who's on a hunger strike over the government's reopening fiasco. Now, in particular, Brian Flowers, who is a bar and leading bar entrepreneurs in Pattaya, is on a hunger strike, and he is saying that he is not going to stop his hunger strike unless the situation is resolved. What situation is that? Thank you for asking us, Natty. The situation I'm talking about is he wants the bars he wants the bars to open and start serving alcohol. Unless that is going to happen, he's going to remain on his hunger strike.
Okay, do you want me to say something about it?
Yes, please.
Okay, Brian Flowers, we've spoken to him before on the Thaiger. He's the head of the Night Wish group, which own quite a lot of bars. Yeah. Some of them girly bars, go-go bars, and we all basically know what goes on at these premises. But of course, his staff, a lot of the bar girls, went back to Udon Whoop Whoop and other parts of Thailand. They obviously needed to make a buck and pay the bills. And also a lot of the suppliers and, of course, the customers haven't been there, so these bars have been closed. His complaint is that the landlords have been very greedy and it's been a really, really difficult time. And the government has not made it clear when things are going to reopen. So he said, enough is enough. I'm going on a hunger strike. So he's prepared to not eat except for like water, and I think he said coconut water, for the rest of this month, because the rumour is that things are going to sort of reopen at the start of December. So I don't know, you guys, would you be prepared to go that far to put your health at risk to make a point? And will the police or the Thai government actually give a damn if one foreigner is making the stand?
I was actually going to ask you the second question. Would anyone really care, or will this actually make a change? I don't know. Personally, I don't think so. Would I do this? I mean, I don't understand Brian Flowers' situation. I'm guessing he's in such a dire, desperate situation that he sees no other way. So I guess if a man's desperate enough, he would do anything. Yeah. What do you think,
Yeah,
Natty?
I feel the same. I feel for you. I understand that your business is your income, it's your livelihood. However, hunger strike, though, it's hard, especially if you're only doing it alone.
Yeah.
You kind of need a group to form some kind of impact, and also, being a foreigner in Thailand also kind of doesn't help, like doing business that way. But it's a little short-term intermittent fasting for you, I guess. Like, hopefully things will open in December and you'll be back to normal.
I don't think it's intermittent. I think it's like fasting.
I believe
Fasting, right?
So the other thing is, I reached out to Brian yesterday, who kindly answered some of my questions, which we printed in the story that you're reading. We might republish that too, because it's quite an interesting story about Brian's stand.
Yeah.
And he's offered to come onto the program this week. So probably Thursday or Friday,
Right.
we'll get Brian on Good Morning Thailand. And he said Good Morning Phuket.
Right. His main issue is that the government and authorities have been giving too many postponed restart dates and a sense of false hope. As of right now, Pattaya is set for a reopen on December the 1st. And that is definitely going to open on December the 1st.
Psychedelic has written and says, fasting is not a health risk, it's a health benefit. Well, not if you do it for too long.
Yes, if you break the fast, it depends what kind of fast you're doing. If it's a hunger strike,
Well, this is basically a
definitely
hunger
not
strike.
good for the health. Yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Anyways, we will follow this story, and you can find all the updates on thetiger.com. As of right now, we're going to be taking a very quick break, and we'll be back talking about Hemp Cosmetics. And we're back. That was a quick break. Are you feeling refreshed, Natty?
Very refreshed.
How refreshed? Oh, here we go. We've got a comment here
From Ben.
From Ben, and what does he say?
Ben says, Tim is a bald fascist.
Oh,
Oh, gosh.
There you go. Thanks, Ben.
okay.
I won't deny it.
Right, moving on. Hemp Cosmetics. Now, last week, for those of you who are watching the show, we were talking about hemp and we were talking about cosmetics. Two things that me and Tim know absolutely nothing about. And that's why we have Natty, because she is an expert not only in hemp, but also cosmetics. Natty.
Yes, I am an expert in hemp. So apparently 15 kinds of cannabis and hemp ingredients are now permitted for use in cosmetics, and domestic companies can now produce that legally in Thailand. And 218 formula has come out with in Thailand, which is great. And I heard that if you use hemp,
Yes.
especially hemp seed oil, it really smooths out the wrinkles. Something that not Tim, but we could all use.
Yeah, be
We could
careful.
all use, yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah. Well, is it really beneficial? So what is it? Like, what did you say? Hemp oil?
Hemp seed oil.
And
Yeah.
is that just oil that you rub on your skin?
I suppose so. So they would have other ingredients in the cream or a lip balm, right? But this is the fun part, where they say that you can include a very low dosage of the THC, which we all know is the psychosis part of it, where you get high, but very, very small amounts though, so 0.2%. So if you want to get high off cosmetics, you have to eat a lot of lipstick. So I don't think that's a good choice. But
Yeah,
Definitely
No.
not.
The THC is not going to do much for your skin, I take it. It's other things that are in the hemp
Yes.
product that what it's natural. What do we know the physics of why, or the physics, yeah, of the chemistry of why hemp is good for your skin?
Let me see. Okay, so
Or is it all the other things that they put into it with a bit of hemp oil that make it good for your skin?
I was wondering, is it just a trend as well? Because, Thailand's been going all out for hemp and cannabis products. Restaurants have now started selling, THC or CBD edibles and drinks. And now I just feel like, is it necessary? If there's not a huge benefit, why do we need to use hemp to make cosmetics? I mean,
I think it's just a point of difference. It's a bit of a marketing thing. They can put
it's all natural.
a leaf, not unlike the leaves on this shirt, which are not marijuana leaves, by the way.
That's right. Why not get high using lipstick and face cream?
Yeah, I'm not getting high by wearing this shirt. I just share that with you. I'm just on a natural high because I'm with you too.
Oh, that makes sense.
Nice.
Right. All right. And those are the main topics for today. Shall we take some comments?
Oh dear, do we have to?
Yes, we do. Anyways.
Are you guys reporting on the young people being vaxxed and dying? Facebook. This from Juicy Chills. Well, we've actually been reporting most of those cases.
Yes.
I'm glad to say there haven't been that many of them getting sick. But young people are now starting to be vaccinated in Thailand as they return children to school.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, that can only be a good thing because we know the people that are vaccinated are getting sick and going to hospital a lot less than the people that remain unvaccinated. And that is a trend you can see around the world.
Right. So, Natty, you have you've now almost completed your...
It must be 12 o'clock.
Why?
The Thai staff have just left the building.
Oh, it's lunchtime.
You can set your clock by it.
It's 12:02 and people have left the building.
They've gone.
Yes.
Sorry.
But we're still here for the viewers, for the team, for the
For you.
Tiger.
Millie Vanilli asked the question, is this show necessary?
Well, Millie
point.
Vanilli, are you necessary?
Yeah.
Are we necessary?
I
What's
don't-
life? What's love?
Hey, lay off Jay. He's great.
Oh, thanks, Damien Jessa.
It's a stepping stone to THC being allowed. This is another point that people have brought out, that this slow decriminalisation and recognition of of hemp and cannabis products is sort of like slowly opening the door to full legalisation. Do you think that's the government's intention? I've actually got a very political answer to this, but I'd be interested to hear yours.
I'm not sure about that. Actually, I don't have any opinion. I think right now they're just doing things in phases. They're testing it out. If it works, then they'll probably push it further. But if it doesn't, then they'll retract. So they're kind of like testing waters, is my opinion on that.
Okay.
Well, I'll give you my political answer, if you'll permit me.
Yes, please.
I would say
Roll the tapes.
It is almost 100% down to the fact that the Bumjai Thai party, with Kun Anaton, the public health minister at the head, his numbers were critical for the Palang Pracharat party to be able to form a coalition. And the Bumjai Thai party stood pretty much on one particular proposal, which was to decriminalise and legalise cannabis products in Thailand. So I would say all this is just a nod to an agreement for him to join the coalition. That's my theory, and I put it out there.
Okay. Sorry, I just saw an amazing comment from Bob B, who says, Jay, you are not funny, not witty, and getting obnoxious. Well, Bob B, there's an change video section on your YouTube, so, what are you going to do?
He is very obnoxious.
I am.
Brad says tax and legalise. This is an old sort of argument to say, look, just put them out there, legalise them, then you can tax them and control them. So it's been a long argument, Brad. Thank you for making it.
All right. I would like, before we head off, Natty, you have now officially completed your first Good Morning Thailand episode. How do you feel? Any messages for the viewers?
The viewers, I love you if you love me. And
God.
but I've enjoyed the segment, interestingly. Yeah.
Okay, well, you've always been a hit so far. People have been asking, give us more Natty, give us more Natty. Well, here she is, and she's going to be joining us every Monday.
Can I tell you, Jay,
Yes.
that Natty put up 2 fantastic videos on the weekend.
Ooh, that's right.
So you can check on the channel. One is about a 100 baht challenge.
Yes.
Where we gave Natty. Did we give you 100 baht or you
Not
spent
yet.
it yourself?
Yes, I spent it myself. So
Damn it, I must have got some money
He does
out
it for
here.
the team.
There you go. There's your
thank you
100
so much,
baht.
Tim. Oh, now I gave it to you.
Here you
Thank
go.
you.
Yep.
So 100 baht to go out and eat for a whole day, and
Yeah.
she did it. And
We
the
didn't
other
force her, by the way. This was not a fasting thing.
No. And the other one was that
Muay Thai.
a Muay Thai, comparing the old Muay Thai, traditional Muay Thai, to what we call the Muk Muay Thai,
Yeah.
the Muk gyms.
That's right. And
Good
this
report.
Yeah, and these videos and reports will continue. Natty will be doing one challenge a week, as well as the Tale of Two Thais. This week she did Muay Thai. That will be a more extended, a more well-documented video that will be coming off, I believe, twice a month.
Very important comment here from Larry.
Yeah.
Larry says, Jay is a masculine beast.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you.
We can just smell the masculinity from here. It's oozing out
It's
of
the
him.
lumberjack shirts. Although I would like it to be known, I was trying to go for a cowboy look. You guys can't see what's below, but I'm wearing boots and jeans. So it's more of, I just need a hat to complete the full set.
You just rushed from your morning boot scooting class.
That's right. I rode off, I came on my horse, I parked it downstairs. Someone's feeding it haze. What do horses drink? Hay? No, they don't drink it. I've never had a horse, clearly. Anyways, that's all we have for the episode today. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we hope you stay tuned for the rest of the week. We have a new guest coming up every day. Stay tuned for tomorrow's episode because we have another special guest. As for right now, I'd like to say thank you to Tim Newton.
My pleasure. Thank
A
you.
special thanks to
No,
Natty.
just normal thanks, not.
normal
Don't
thanks.
step up
plus
Natty
extra.
more than me.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
That's not
Sorry.
fair.
That's not fair. Thank you to Jason behind the buttons. Thank you to Shai doing some editing. And thank you, viewers, for joining us for another live episode. We will see you tomorrow.
Bye.